All right, the next game we're going to talk about is Dream Home, which came out in 2016. It's ages 7 and up, 2 to 4 players, 30 minutes. It's rated a 7 out of 10 on Board Game Geek rating. And its overall rank is 783 out of over 15,000 games. Its family rank is 169 out of 1,680 games. Now, we got this game because we liked the theme. You thought it would be interesting.
And it is. It's fun.
So
Cute.
Let's take a look at how you play. Now, I have the boards overlapped here to try to fit it in the camera. So you'll see that this is a card drafting mechanic here. So if there are 2 or 3 players in the game, the first player, whoever has this house, will decide which column to remove. And that's where the player interaction comes in, because let's say the first player knows that players need a bathroom, and that player already has a bathroom, they might remove this column. So in a 2 or 3 player game, one column will get removed, and then that player will take a column. So let's say the player removes the playroom column. And that first player does need a bathroom, so they'll take these 2 cards, and then you'll see here this is a helper. And this helper will allow them to switch out roof cards at the end of the game, and I'll explain that in a moment. So this person will place their bathroom in their house, which I'll go over here in a minute. And then the next, if this is a 3-player game, the next player may take this that comes with a roof and a window, and I'll explain why colors matter and windows matter, and they'll place that in their house. And the third player may take this card here. Notice it doesn't come with a top card, which are the roofs and the special cards. And the reason why the third player or the second player may take this one is to become the first player, which allows them to choose first, which is an advantage because, like I said, if you're a first player in this 2 or 3 player game, you get to remove a column. Now, if you're playing this game with 4 players, that you don't get to remove a column. So third player takes this and they place it in their house. These go away, and then you reveal new cards, and you will go through both decks before the game ends. And so you'll see that there's different rooms to pick from. And every time you pick, you're trying to add it to your house. So let me go over now how you add things to your house. So let me remove this. And the object is to score the most points. And you do that by placing your pieces effectively in your house. And you'll see here on this card that you get, let me try to get it in focus here. All right, so you get 3 points if you complete a roof, if you have at least 4 roof tiles, and you'll get a bonus of 5 extra points if all your roofs are the same color. You get 3 points for having a bathroom in each level of your house. There's 2 levels, not including the basement. And you get 3 points, this is called functionality, if you have at least a bathroom, a kitchen, and a bedroom. So those are bonus points for having at least 4 roofs, more points if they're uniform, the same color, and if you have at least 2 bathrooms on each level, 1 bathroom in each level, and you have at least a bathroom, kitchen, and bedroom. So let's take a look at that. So part of the tension in the game is that I may take this card here for the garage, but it's only worth 0 points by itself. I would need a second garage, and then it's worth 4. So unfortunately, this is other players might be looking at that, and they may try to deny you from getting the garage token, garage card. And the reason why you want to have these here is because you can't build above until you have the lower level. So if you can't get those right away, you may end up taking your kitchen, which is worth 1 point for that 1 card. And if you're lucky, you can get a second one. It would be worth 6. And then now, I could start adding to the above level. Here's a living room, and if I get 3 living room cards, it would be worth 9. 2 would only be worth 4, so maybe I get a second one. Maybe later on, though, here's my bathroom I get, and I'm not able to get a third living room card, and I get a playroom. And let's say I get my bedroom here, and I'm able to place 2 of them together.
No, you can't put that there.
Oh, you're right. I don't have it underneath.
That's right.
So let's say I did get my garage card. I did get that one. I did get a second bathroom. And unfortunately, I wasn't able to play my playrooms together. So then you would add this up. Let's say I got a special card here, which you'll see that you can get these from that top row. This is a piano. It's worth 3 points if you can place it into a living room. So if I place it in here, it would be worth 3 points. Now, once you place a special token, you can't add any more to that room. So once I placed that piano and I had the space available, I could not add another living room card here because I already placed the piano. In other words, it finishes a room. So what I would have is 6 points for the kitchen, 1 point for the bathroom, 4 for the bedroom, 4 for the 2 living rooms, plus 3 for the piano, only 2 for this playroom, and only 2 for this playroom because they're not connected. Now you can get helper cards which allow you to move rooms around. And so that's basically what you're trying to do, is to place rooms in a strategic way to get the most points in order to beat the other player. So let's take a look at the playthrough. So Julie, you can tell what's going on. You can tell what we're doing here.
Well, since I have a little house, I am the first player, and I'm trying to decide what I want to do. Start within my house, and I decided to get rid of something that I knew David might want, and then I thought, okay, I got a roof which I wanted to start collecting, and a living room. So now David gets to choose what he wants to get. And he could take that first card right there and become the first player if he chose. And let's see what he decides to do. He decided to take the bathroom. And
now we're setting up for the next.
Setting for the next round. I'm still the first player because he didn't take the little house from me. So we just are laying out all the cards, and
we're getting a lot of garage cards. I mean, a lot of basement cards.
Basement cards, which is good. And now I'm trying to decide, okay, what do I want to get rid of that might be something he would want, and I'm going to do what's best for me so I can start building.
So you added I think that's a garage card.
I think it is a garage card, and then I wanted to get a tree house, which I think it was a tree house.
No, it's the bird.
It was a bird house.
The bird house, which you can just add to the outside of your house. You don't need to. You don't put it in a room.
Right.
So that's worth a bonus point.
Right. And now David's trying to figure out what he might want. And he just took that first guy, so now he gets to be the first player, which is bad news for me because then I don't get to get what I want first, and he's going to take away from me.
Now we're getting a lot of roof. We're getting a lot of roof tiles. Now, let me explain that real quick.
Oh yes.
Which I didn't go over. So, if somebody had 4 roof tiles here, based on this card, they would have. Again, I'm trying to get it in focus here. They only get 3 points if it's a set of 4. So this is worth 3, but they have a window, so it's worth 4. If someone had all purple, this would be worth 5, plus the window would be worth 6.
Yep, that's what I always try and do, is get them all to match. And when you do get a roof, you have to flip it upside down. As you can see near the bottom of my little house, they're turned upside down. So it's a little bit of a memory game. You cannot go back and look to remember, see what colors you already have of the roof. So you have to remember if you have what color roof you have, and if you have one with a window. And sometimes you're so involved with the game you forget what you have. You just kind of have to wing it and hope that you manage to match it all up at the end of the game.
So let's take a look towards the end of the game here. We're starting to add up our points. Mm-hmm. Our houses are complete. Julie has these helpers.
Right.
I think only one of them was useful for you.
I think, yeah.
Yeah. So
unfortunately,
sometimes you get helpers, but based on when you get them, you don't get to use them when you want. And I think you won this one.
I don't know. I know we both think we had 4 roofs together. You had 2 windows where I only had 1. But I don't know who won that one.
I think you won that one.
Oh, okay.
But anyways, we play for fun. So let's take a look at why we like this game.
Okay. You want to go first?
Go to the next one. No, you go first.
Oh, all right. It's very exciting and fun to see how each one fills out their homes. And sometimes you have living rooms and a bathroom on the second floor, and your bedroom and kitchen is on the second. I mean, it's just fun to see how it all fills out. It can be a little challenging because you're trying to get the best things for your home, and you have your heart set on, okay, I'm going to get this when it's my turn, and then the first player can kind of tell that's what you want, and they wipe it away, and you're like, oh, pooey, I don't get to end up using that in my home after all. It is a very cute, light game. Nothing's real serious. It's just all fun. It is easy to play because it's not super challenging, and it is fun to play with the whole family. I mean, 2 players is fun.
Yeah.
But I think if you have more players, it adds to the tenseness in a way of, oh my gosh, I really want that. And then, someone else comes in and swipes that from you, and you're thinking, oh man, now they're going to get what you wanted.
And that's what I'm going to talk about because
okay.
I like the theme of building a house, especially when you've owned more than one in your lifetime, and you try to think about, wow, that would have been cool to have in an old house. And it's a great introductory card drafting game. And so for those who are not used to games like Sushi Go and more complicated ones like Dominion and such, this is a great way to show how that mechanic. Mm-hmm. So it has a very creative tie breaking, which I wanted to show here. So let me bring this back up into the camera here. Okay, so
oh right.
Again, I got to bring it back into focus here. Is if you have a tie, you got to look at any rooms that have children in them. So you'll see there's a little hand coming out of this tent, and so whoever has the most children in their rooms will win a tie breaking.
And you'll find them in the bathroom, the living room. It's like they're playing hide and seek, and so you have to find them.
Yeah, it's very cute. I've never seen a tie breaking mechanic like that before. And like you talked about, you have to be flexible strategy because you might be going for something and like, oh, I guess I'm not going to get that second garage. Right. Maybe I get a shelving in the garage. And so you just got to roll with it. And that's why it can be mean, especially in a 2 or 3 player game where you're taking cards away from somebody. Like I'll do that on purpose. I'll say, wow, you need a second bathroom, and I'll make sure that I'll remove the bathrooms if I already have
Yes, you have done that. Does not make me happy.
And again, it makes you lose those bonus points.
Right. And sometimes you will end up not filling every space in your house either.
Right.
There'll be an empty room, and then you've lost those points. There's nothing you can do about it unless you have a helper card that can help you get what you need to fill that spot in. Otherwise, you're out of luck.
Mm-hmm. So let's take a look now how we rated it. And you rated it higher than me.
I did. I really do enjoy playing this. I will suggest it.
Yeah.
And I never turn down the opportunity. If someone says, let's play it, I'm right there to play it. I very much like it. I like teaching it with your help. Sometimes I get a little lost, but I think it's a really fun game.
Well, I rated an 8, which is very good, which means that we teach this to a lot of people, and we played it 10 times since we've owned it in March.
Wow.
Which is a lot.
Yeah.
And it plays very quick. That's one reason why.
It does.
When you get used to it, we can get a game done in 15 minutes.
Oh, easy.
And 2 players.
Oh, yeah. Easy.
So that's Dream Home, and we have 2 more games to go this week.
Yep. So hang tight. You'll have another one coming to you in just a moment.